live yet? Ah, here we go. I think we're on. I'm just waiting for YouTube to do its thing. Ah, perfect. Welcome, guys. Firstly, I got two screens now, so hopefully streaming will be a little bit easier for me. So yeah, today's video, I was just gonna sit here, chill with some music, and start building the map for Canterbury Gaming Convention, which is on the 9th and 10th of August this year. But I thought maybe people might want to watch me build it. It gives you a little bit of an insight of what's going to be going on. Quite the sheer size of actually the hall that we've got is absolutely phenomenal. If you've got any questions, please ask in the chat. If it's after this live, then I'm happy to answer it as well, because I'll be pretty active on that. Now, I know I'm doing it on my All Around the Board channel, but if you want to go and follow Canterbury Gaming Convention, please do. We've got a Facebook chat group, we've got a Discord group as well. So if you want any links to any of that, please let me know, and I can get you into the, depending on if you use Facebook or if you use Discord for the community side of it. So I have made a little bit of a start, I'll be honest. There's some messy size things. I had started the map, and I wasn't particularly happy with a few things. So what I've done is I've spent so long shaping everything that I've then taken that out of the hall, and I'm starting from scratch. Firstly, to start with, this hall is actually, let's start with the foyer area. Foyer area is 19 meters by 12 meters, which is quite large. That's quite a huge space in itself. 4 doors for the entrance. It's all ground floor as well. No ramps to get in, so accessibility is absolutely perfect. So to start with, to go alongside with that accessibility, we've got a 2 meter perimeter that is just completely nothing else can go in it, especially in the main hall. That might change up here. There are lots of fire doors round the sides, round the backs, and rather than measuring them all, it's just easier to do a 2 meter wide gap all the way around the outside. So the length of the main hall, so this is what's highlighted in green, that is 70 meters by 37 meters, which just phenomenal. When you walk into this place, I mean, maybe I should have found an image actually of this location. Maybe I'll post that in. Go and look on our socials; it's on there. To put into another perspective as well, open play. So let me just drag this over. Okay, this alone, this may go towards the back. It may come in, but this green spaced area, that's 288 seats. That's just for open play. This may increase. If tickets increase, then this space will increase as well. One half of it is just 144. That's with a meter gap in between chairs, not between tables, between chairs, which is enough to get even wheelchair down, or for folk like me, they're a little bit larger, and then a 2 meter gap right down the middle as well. So if I do increase this, it'll be in sections of 144, and compared to the rest of the size of the hall, it is insane. So yeah, realistically, the open play is probably going to go around here, but I'm gonna I'll leave it here for the moment. So let's just kind of label that. Do I have chat disabled? Oh. Sorry, someone just messaged me separately and said, is chat disabled? I don't think it is. If someone could try and chat in there, I'm going to say hello, guys. See if that works. It shouldn't be disabled, but thanks to Dan, who is clearly watching, who is trying. If anyone else wouldn't mind trying to join the chat, that'd be great. Community moderation. Moderation activity. No, it seems to be working, buddy. So I don't know. Let's have a look at the settings quickly. Sorry, guys, for this. General community moderation. I don't think I need to. Well, I don't need moderators really, but permissions. Here we go. Move permissions. No, I don't know. Nope, this seems to be... Oh, there we go. Right. Oh, Dan, was you messing up? Was that you? I think Dan's got me completely confused. Thanks, mate. But I do appreciate you letting me know. His app was playing up. So it wasn't me, it was you. You know. Anyway, can I go back to my video, Dan? But I appreciate you, but yeah. Thanks for joining. So, yeah, open play area. Yeah, that's 288 seats. I can get rid of this 144. 288 seats just in that green zone. So it's like, I have a lot of room to play with. Hell of a lot of room to play with. Front desk, I think, yeah, we're going to chuck that in. So as I said, I've been working on elements separately. As you come in, we'll probably have 2 check-in bits to start with. And what I will be doing for the people that are working on the front, you'll see there's 2 tables in the middle, because there's nothing more, like once you've got the initial rush done, there's not really much else for people on the front of house to do. So I will be giving our volunteers and staff that will be working the event, they'll have somewhere to actually play some games. So and then in fact that's good for you that you know, if you're kind of turning up and you've not really played any games before, once we're a bit quieter, we can jump in some games up the front here. Then we will have I've got 4 tables here. Right, we've got now these are going to be also closely watched by our front of house staff. This will be Paverson games and Mind Clash games, if I can get them to line up. Sorry guys, 1 second. Should line up nicely there. Right, so yeah, we're going to have some big games here, and when I say big, I mean they're heavy. So let me just quickly copy and paste these. You'll have to bear with me as well, guys, because I've only been using this a couple of months. So Mind Clash games, we should have Mind Clash games coming. They're going to take a couple of tables. Which do that, and then we are going to have also Paverson games. Now I was speaking to Libby from Paverson Games, who congratulations on her new job. The games that Paverson do, very cool. They do Distilled and they do Luthia. And there's some other games to come later on down the line, but they're 2 big, heavy, long games. So it'll be nice to have on show, but we'll have times at when you can actually jump in and try those games. So yeah, we're going to have our front desk guys are just going to keep an eye on these. If people want to jump in and try the games themselves, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, these are big games that we don't want lost in the hall. So that's kind of our foyer area starting to shape up quite nicely. Now we've also got a Star Wars Cantina coming. So you can actually come and play Sabak from the Star Wars universe. They need to go up against the wall. So I think they're going to have to be up in the front foyer area. Over here is actually a kitchen area, and I can't remember where the door is. So I think the door might be sort of in the middle. But depending on where it is, these guys are going to go along here. So this is a work in progress, but you're definitely going to find them as you enter. I want them right at the front because they're like, it's phenomenal. In fact, let's put them in the middle for now. And then we've got our good friend Jay from Agitated Kraken. He needs to be against the wall because he is an exhibitor that is going to need power. Because he's going to be doing some 3D printing. So these are the only 2 guys that I'm specifically letting against the wall for now. Hopefully nobody else needs a wall space or power. If you are an exhibitor, please bring battery banks or something like that. So yeah, there you go. That's what you can anticipate when you come into the foyer area. Obviously we've got the toilets. We want to leave a lot of it clear as well for ease of access. So obviously folk walking in and out, we want it to be at least a little bit clear as you're coming in and out, and we'll make sure that this area isn't too crowded. If it does get too crowded, we'll ask people to shift you on. Right, so then you come into the main hall, and what I had done, and I know some people have kind of seen this already, I did have the RPGs as soon as you come in on the left hand side. So this is 12 tables for Dungeons and Dragons or any other RPGs. So we've got a few people that have offered to do things like Call of Cthulhu, some other sort of style RPGs that are not necessarily D&D, and then we've got the Pathfinder Society, which I'm going to have very close by, and we need to put a 2-meter gap between them. Sorry, bear with whilst I try and measure everything up. So to to come into this a little bit closer, just to again look at accessibility and how this is going to look. Between chairs, so that is from the back of a chair to the back of another chair, is a metre between, a metre this way as well. We've even got enough room for a GM or a GM, whichever game you're playing, can sit on the back with room behind them quite easily. They'll all stay the same side as well, so we haven't got DMs backing onto each other. So we'll go with that layout. Now, not all the tables are going to be used at any one time. This is just the more folk that want to run, then we've got the space. And it may be that one game starts, then another game starts, then another game starts, but these will be numbered. So we'll just have it as RPG 1 through to 12, and then we'll have Pathfinder 1 through to 12. That might change as well, but you know, for the minute, we've got so far 24 tables here just for RPGs. Swap them round, Pathfinder is always first. Do you know what, actually? I agree. So, Pathfinder, guys, if you are watching, I know, maybe Phil's in the chat, I don't know. Yeah, let's do that. Let's swap them around. Yeah, why not? The only thing is people coming into the show are going to be looking for D&D. That's, you know, like, there are other RPGs that exist, but, you know, people are going to be like, where is the D&D? But, yeah, I think we give, I think you're right. I think we do give Pathfinder some space there. And what we do around every zone, I will make sure we have a 2 metre perimeter. So that way we've got nice walkways between, not just for emergencies, but you know, if you just want to go nip to the loo, or you just want to get something to eat, or you know, something minor, you haven't got to filter through the crowds. There should be a nice 2 metre wide walkway. So let me just pencil that in quickly, guys. Sorry, this is why I did the outside of the hall first, because I knew it was particularly difficult. On that note, actually, Dan, whilst you are in the chat, I know that you are talking about your own RPG. We've spoke about it quite a lot, and I know obviously you would like a stall at CGC, but quite soon I might need you to make a decision on how many tables you need. Now, there's no pressure, because realistically we could put you in with the D&D, with the RPG guys as well. It's exactly what I'm doing for the oh my word, I've forgotten their names. That's really bad, isn't it? The Mooring Cafe. The Mooring Cafe, even though they're nothing really to do with gaming, they are sending one of their members of staff to represent, to run some D&D, and if you play D&D with them, you can get some discounts on their boat trips. So I'm just going to put them amongst the RPGs. Up to you, Dan, if you want to become part of the RPG zone, or if you want your own stall. I think you probably would do better in this zone. Hi, Mick. How you doing? Thanks for joining, Mick. I hope you're well. Thank you for booking, another one of our bookers, as it were. We've just started on the map, so just to quickly catch you up, sort of, this is what the entrance is going to look like. The Queen's Hand, by the way, is our 4 metre by 4 metre cantina for Star Wars, where you can come in and you can actually play Sabak, which is really cool. The guys who run it are going to be dressed in costume. Paverson Games are going to have a couple of demo games up the front, and Mind Clash games as well. They're not going to run all the time, but they'll be on display at all times with the front desk watching. And because sitting on the front desk all day is quite boring, I've given the front desk guys a play table. Well, in fact, I've given them 2, because I anticipate we'll probably have 1 or 2 people on the front desk at any one time. On that note, if anybody does want to volunteer, if you want to do the games library, or you want to do the bring and buy, because they're on my list up here, I will give you a demo table, or like a play table as well, so that you're not just sat there doing nothing, because I do realise that when you're situated in just one area for a long time, it can be quite boring. So yeah, I will make sure that anybody that's on a sat job will have play space. Anyway, right, so 24 tables for RPGs. And look at the amount of space, well, look at the lack of space that's taken up. That is taken up a 1/12 of the hall. And that's with a metre gap between, and, you know, that's not even in rows like the open play. So, still got a lot of room to play with. I quite like the idea of having these guys over here. And then nearby, we need to have one of our biggest sponsors, Mystery Dice Goblin. So these guys will definitely have to be near the RPG zone for two reasons. One, they are our biggest sponsor. They are giving away to everybody that turns up a free D20. But they'll also be not only selling dice at the front, but they will also be running games of D&D on their stall as well. Now, I know I could probably attach them to this, but no, let's make them stand out. They've got a beautiful stall. I saw it at in Birmingham when we were there, and it was a great little stall. So what I'm also going to do, sorry guys for this, it's going to be some boring bits, but I thought I could have just done this off stream, or I could kind of give you an insight of what's happening. You know, what am I building? What am I planning? Who am I talking to as well? You know, like some big names I'm chatting to as well. Let's get a 2 meter gap down the middle there. It doesn't have to be quite so big. As I said, between each zone, I'm trying to give sort of a really nice walkway. So all this dotted line is just for me is for sort of accessibility. Then boards at home. We've been working very closely with Adam. Been a big supporter of our event so far. Boards at home, we are going to be giving some space right up the front. So again, they'll have 2 tables for selling, and then 2 tables behind they'll be demoing. And I believe, he might correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they're going to be officially demoing for Cosmos Games. So Cosmos, who cannot make it separately, they're going to be demoing on behalf of them. So that's kind of our 2 big sort of play and common play and traders. I need to fit Artist Alley. I want Artist Alley quite near the front, if I'm honest with you. And I think I'm gonna go. Oh, hang on. If I put another 2 meter in, 1 second, guys. Oh, can you imagine when I actually get to measuring the whole, like when I have to physically measure it? It's going to be interesting. Right, Artist Alley, I really want them to be seen. Do you know what, actually? No, hang on. Sorry, board at home. I'm going to just move them over for a minute. I'm going to put Artist Alley right, because I envisioned Artist Alley being right down the middle. Oh, we're demoing a new Paverson game at Aircon. Oh, what game are you demoing? Is it one of their light ones by chance? Because I know they're doing sort of a light brand, as it were. Right, so let's do this, because yeah, I want Artist Alley down the middle. Now, every time I go to certain conventions that I will not name, the craftsfolk and the artists are quite often left in a corner or at the back or not in a prime spot. And like for us specifically, these guys at Artist Alley, there's going to be quite a few of them, so I will add to it. They're paying to be there. You know, some of these guys that are doing demos and such, you know, some of them are paying and demoing and free demo space, and you know, these guys are just demoing and but actually no, these guys that are craftsfolk with businesses are paying to be here, so they need the prime spot. I'm putting them right down the middle. For you know, they have to. I wouldn't feel happy if they weren't, if I'm honest. So right. There we go. So if we've got 2 meters, 2 meters, and 2 meters, gap down, right down the middle. The reason being is, you know, if I was coming in, be it I go to sort of the RPG zone or whichever direction I go, even if I want to go up to the open play or the bring and buy, which I'll have at the back, you'll have to go down these aisles where all of our exhibitors are going to be right down the middle. So it's going to be very difficult to miss anybody in Artist Alley or those who are doing crafts. So let me just quickly put these. Now, I don't know if we're going to have as many people as this. We are looking at. I want to go 18 exhibitors for just the sort of the craft folk, as it were. It may be less. If it is less, then we can reutilize this space. But yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. It's quite a few exhibitors will go right down the middle here. It might be that if I've got less, I'll probably space these out a little bit, but we'll see how we get on. So board at home at the front, Mystery Dice Goblin at the front there. Libby and yes, yes, they are indeed. So Mick has just asked, are Libby and Julian demoing the Paverson games? So yeah, they are, but they're also coming as the Box Meeples. We have talked about doing. Actually, no, I'm just going to leave that as a surprise. I'm not even going to tell you what they're planning on doing. We're planning on doing something quite cool. And I'll leave it at that because I don't know if they want to announce it or if we should announce it. They asked me if they can get involved, and I said absolutely. So the reason why Paverson Games is right up the front here is when Libby and Julian want to do their own thing for their own channel, our front desk can just watch over the games. And just kind of look after the Paverson games whilst, because they could do a setup and a demo of a game and then leave people to it. So that's the idea. They are coming as Paverson and as media, which is they seem to be fine with it. So yeah, fingers crossed that's okay. Also, I could probably ask the guys from Mind Clash if they could keep an eye. Anyway, right, so Artist Alley right down the middle. There's going to be a whole bunch of stalls down there. Now, in between, I want to relay these because I had a thought about Bad Trevor. Bad Trevor's a good example, and he's just one of few people that I was thinking about this. Now, when we'll have Artist Alley down the middle, where obviously people can come and look either side. Let me put in a meter perimeter between. No, hang on. Sorry, bear with us, guys. Right, if I put 2 meters behind Adam and no, hang on. Do they need 2 meters behind? Yeah, I will do. Right. Bad Trevor, for example, was going to lay out something like this, where they've got their stall in front and then their demo table, and I thought actually I probably need to turn their demo table sideways because then I can fit more games designers. So the areas behind Mystery Dice Goblin and behind Board at Home, folk like Bad Trevor who are selling and demoing. This may be somewhere that Dan can have as well. Maybe Dan can go this side. I'm gonna put in these 2 rows, so you should be able to come along, and if they're a games designer, I've asked even if they're selling if they can still demo, because I think that the whole ethos of this show is play. Do you think you should have a few gaps down Artist Alley so you can move across if crowded? So the walkways across here is 2 meters and 2 meters, and as I said, if I don't get 18 straight down the middle, then I will. I mean, there's going to be loads of space. Don't get me wrong. Like there's just around Boards at Home and around Mystery Dice Goblin. That's actually 2 meters. I know it doesn't look a lot on the map, but when you kind of zoom out and look at the entire space, it's actually it'll be quite a walkway. Yeah, I could. I mean, to be fair, I was actually looking at sort of lining this up with the end of the RPG tables, so I could do something like that with maybe a meter in between. Yeah, that could work actually. In fact, let me move Bad Trevor. Let me move Bad Trevor. He's been so bad, I've got to move him. So we could have 3 and 3. Let me make this a meter quickly. 1 sec. So maybe you're right actually. Maybe we do have a couple of little runways in between, just to split that off a little bit. Sorry, 1 sec. So what? Something like this maybe. So we've got like 3 traders, gap down the middle, 3 traders, gap down the middle, something like that. And as I said, if we don't have the full 18, or if we take more, I may just put some more artists left and right, because obviously this whole area is actually going to get cordoned off after 5 o'clock on the Saturday anyway, because a lot of the exhibitors probably don't want to be there till 10 o'clock at night selling. I don't think they need to be there till 10 o'clock selling either. So let's line that up quite nicely with that. There we go. And actually, in fact, that quite naturally fits in with a meter and a meter, 2 meters at either end, 2 meters down either side. Yeah, good shout, Mick. Thank you for that. Yeah, I think splitting them up actually looks looks nicer. Right, Bad Trevor. Now, I need to separate him. 1 second, because I want to turn their table a little bit, if that makes any sense at all. So they will look like... Sorry, this program is... The program's good, but convoluted. So it might have something like... Oh, why can't I put you in the middle? Oh, and also Bad Trevor's upside down. Oh, no. Actually, no, I'm happy with that. Why can't I... Sorry. I'm trying to put it so it's centered. There we go. Do I need to go back to back? Yeah, let's do that. Right. Also, let's ungroup that. And we will get rid of this end chair. Because we don't need an end chair. Like, if he's demoing, you can turn this chair around. And yeah. So this is what this will look like. So if Bad Trevor, for example, is here... Bad Trevor will have this bit for selling, and then you can join for demos. We've also got Ocean City Games are going to do something similar as well. So there's a bunch of games designers that I have been in contact with that would like both. Bad Trevor's just the first one to get back to me. Oh no, sorry, and Ocean City Games I haven't checked, but they should have paid by now. But I'm gonna put them on the map anyway. So let me quickly get rid. No, oh, I'm messing this up now. Stop it, stop it, stop it. There we go. Done. So there we go. So that's so Bad Trevor can go. They're going to go behind board at home because I think those guys will get through. They'll get on very well. Let me put in. We need to put Ocean City Games, who do Isla. I don't know if anyone has played Isla at all, but fantastic game. Ocean City Games. Let's put them there. Just funded on Kickstarter, so congratulations to them. I know the first time round they were learning, and then the second time round they nailed it. So yeah, they're lovely people. Not from Kent, but originally. Sorry, they don't live in Kent, but they are originally from Kent. So really nice to see those guys come back to their home turf. Again, we'll make sure we put a meter between each of these guys, because obviously with play space they're going to need a little bit more room. So yeah, so we'll have something similar, like as we get more and more folk. Yeah, come down Artist Alley, you can see Bad Trevor, see Ocean City Games. This side, in fact, if I copy and paste this, let me turn this round, so very similar. But probably more board games on the right, and I think RPGs on the left, just because of the zones we're going to have. Because over here I've got a really cool zone to add actually. So we will add. Hang on, let me extend this zone. So we've got at least a walkway along here. Oh, hello. Their title's upside down. Oh no, let me flip that. There we go. Cool. Right. This one will be Stone Fable. Stone Fable will also be running their own RPGs. They do a lot of 5th edition, their own scenarios for 5e, and they'll be selling their wares, but also demoing, which is fun. Right, let's just put another meter gap between there. I'm really conscious about space in between everybody. There we go. Oh, hello, that's weird. Sorry, such a perfectionist, aren't I? Okay, so you can see that we're actually starting to populate this quite nicely now. Bit of RPGs over there. Our two biggest biggest retailer, biggest sponsor, and then yeah, lots of games designers, lots of artists down the middle here as well. Some artists have even requested to be next to each other, so I will obviously put their names in as and when they kind of pay and get booked in. So also I was just catching up on the chat there. I'll question them at Aircon. Oh yeah, of course. Oh, as in like Libby and Julian, you ask if they're coming along. Yeah, they will be. Yeah, feel free if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. Right, so I'm going to leave these spaces empty for the minute. Medieval Combat, no, we'll come back to you. And Sandwich Medieval Centre. Sandwich Medieval Centre is going to look like open play, but they're actually bringing their own tables, because a lot of the games they've got are already etched into tabletop. So we can leave them for the minute. Retro Zone. This is a very this is really important. Now the retro gaming is going to be fun, but what I need to do is get them as far away from this zone as possible, because I want this area to be as quiet as possible. So if I can get the retro gaming, do you know what? Do I even put the retro gaming at the back with the library? Didn't think of that. Originally I put it in the middle, but actually, because we'll have quite a lot of sound and noise, and well, no, it won't be bad, don't get me wrong, but there will be games that will be making noise. And do you know what? I think I'm actually going to put them down the middle. I think this is going to be our retro zone. So open play can move down here. This may change. To be fair, I might decide otherwise. But if they're right at the back, also we'll have all the. It's going to be summer, so we're going to have all the doors open, I think, or at least a lot of them open for airflow. So I think with sort of doors open, majority of people are going to be playing back here. So the 288, you know, for open play, which can increase depending on ticket sales. We're going to have some TCGs, a Pokemon zone, Bring and Buy, and Board Game Library are going to be at the back here. So actually, if all the noise is right at the back, and we've got our, I think that, especially after 5 o'clock, like all this is this middle bit is gonna shut at 5 o'clock on the Saturday. So yeah, this will be a nice little quiet zone for them. Right, what have I got? What's down here? Oh, these were just extra tables for folk who wanna. I was doing lots of different layouts to copy and paste, so this isn't really anything. So ignore these. These guys I will fit in. For the records, Canterbury Medieval Combat are going to be doing sword fighting lessons, which is really cool. Yeah, and Sandwich Medieval Centre. I've got about 50 to 60 games that I've picked out that are thousands of years old. Right, let's see. I've got to think about the Bring and Buy. We will have someone manning it, but I think we do it similar to our other conventions, where people could put that, because if we do a you could take money system, it gets really convoluted. Is that retro games? Is that retro games computer games? Yes, it is. Yeah. So Gaming Retribution we've hired out. I think we've done 5 consoles to start with, but we can increase that to 15 if ticket sales do really well. So the idea is we'll have this whole zone where we'll have Sega's, Nintendo's, Guitar Hero is an option, like things like that. PS1 I think we're definitely gonna have a PS1. So we can have a whole bunch of old consoles that people can come along and play. And that Baldy Gamer and Phantasma Gaming are gonna sort of run this zone for us. Yeah, I think having them right at the back, it makes me feel less guilty if it's noisy. Okay, the open play, whatever, you know, that's gonna be just noisy due to the amount of people. So, but if I can make it as nice for the role playing games as possible, I will. It also means that actually all these exhibitors, because there's nothing worse actually when you go to I've been to many shows and Comic-Cons are the worst, where you'll be serving or demoing and you're right next to a live stage of music and it's like, I can't, and then you lose your voice because you're shouting at people. So yeah, it's just, we'll get them right at the back, I think. So I thought about having them at the front, but again, same issue. Lots of noise, but then when you're doing a public show and a public convention, noise is actually really difficult to especially at this kind of scale. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to be a very large scale. So we will do our best, but we can't guarantee that it's going to be quiet. Although the place is huge. Right, so yeah, Bring and Buy, we're going to have over this area, and the Board Game Library right on the opposite side as well. And then for anybody that is helping us out, be it they're watching the Board Game Library or they're watching the Bring and Buy, we'll make sure there's a play table for those guys as well, because as I said, there is nothing worse than sitting there with nothing to do. So Bring and Buy and the Board Game Library, there we go. this is just there so I can remember. I don't know if I'm going to do tables yet, or even if it's going to be that big. To be fair, it probably won't be. I could probably move this quite far back. Person doing that can have a demo table. Bring them by. That person can have a demo table. Then that means we could actually bring. If I do a 2-meter gap. Again, I like my 2-meter gaps, don't I? If I bring that there we go. So then the start of the open play can actually come in a little bit. And then for the record, I think that, if I remember rightly, it's 2.5 meters in that gap there, because yeah, it just makes it equidistant. I don't know. I like symmetry. To be fair, I quite like that. So right, open play again. This could, I mean, if we really wanted to, I could. If we're like, oh wow, we've sold 1,000 tickets. I could turn that open, but that's now 512. No, wait, 288 times 2. Ah, how embarrassing! Hang on, let me. 288 times 2 is 576. So you know, quite easily, I could turn that into 576 spaces, and I've still got loads of room. Like, so I've got lots of scope to increase this size. Got lots of scope to increase the open play. Not just yet though. I wanna get some more activities in as well. I think so. You know, you are making it sound like you know what you're doing. 2 meters is larger than the UK Games Expo pathways, which are 1.8. Are they really? Oh, I did not know that. I mean, I probably just haven't paid attention to the floor, but I've always been there for UK Games Expo setup. So yeah, I'll have a look. I mean, 2 meters is. I mean, the chair I'm sat in is 50 centimeters, and it fits my butt in it. So if I can fit 4 of me, yeah, that's quite a walkway. You know, I'm not a small guy. So if I could get 4 of me down a walkway, it's really good for, you know, wheelchair users as well, those with accessibility, or even if it's just a case of Darius really needs the toilet and he needs a clear runway for the loo. Where are we? So yeah, we've got quite a lot of space in the middle there to work with. I will have to fit in my sword fighting somewhere. Where do we want to put them? Probably. Do you know what? I think I should have a medieval zone over here, because over on this bit, by the way, in fact, I haven't even filled it up. Oh no, how terrible of me. Let me copy and paste this. I need to. I think I'm going to colour these a nice light blue. 1 second. Copy, and we're gonna. I love that I can paint paint the text. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry, 1 second. Oh, I messed it up. Colour chairs. They can be the same colour as well. And let me just, if I can, rename this to, again, one of our biggest supporters, sponsors. In fact, no, they have sponsored, because just in this area alone, not all of them, not this one, and not Compile, but these are just a small selection of games that Hachette have given us for the library. This is my pile of what I'm learning right now. So we've just got souvenirs from Venice, for example. Yogi I don't need to learn, but I will play the new edition. Focus is phenomenal. I've got Ratjack here, Helapagos, the same game. Got some games that I need to learn. So this is just a small fraction of the games they've given us. Huge support from Hachette Games. So for that reason, I'm gonna give them probably a majority of this space over here. They've got so many good games. Hey, Agitated Kraken, thanks for joining. You may recognise someone's name right there. Me and Jay, who is from Agitated Kraken, we've already had a talk about where they need to go. Agitated Kraken is going to be doing miniature 3D printing, and they need a power supply. So I've given them permission to have against the wall. They have like a little printer just on this end here, and then they can sell their wares. So they won't be joining the Craftsfolk and Artist Alley in the middle. They'll be just off to the side. Yeah, so by the way, also, again, I've had this conversation with Jay. They're not going to be right next to the toilets. There's a massive corridor that goes all the way down. And then actually, I think the toilets do actually expand this kind of block. So maybe I should have increased that. Right, I'm going to save this because I've actually done quite a lot in... I've been on live 40 minutes. And I've already populated this amount of the hall. Flavian as a start. Flavian is awesome. Oh yeah, let's go back to Hachette. Because I need to ungroup this. I need to get rid of this back bit for some weird oh no. I've just deleted their name. That's fine. I will put them back in. Oops. I've just decided that they're not coming. Yeah, Flav, I met up with in Manchester. As you may have seen, I went to Manchester recently. And I said, well, they were going to support anyway. But when I mentioned about the convention, they're sending Adam all the way down from Glasgow because I requested him. I love Adam. He's such a nice guy. However, because he's travelling from Glasgow, it caused a little bit of an issue with demo games. So we've got the shop anyway. We do lots of ordering anyway. So I went through a book and I selected probably about 60 games. So yeah, as in like for demo games. This one I'm particularly looking forward to. There isn't a single playthrough video of this game anywhere. There's a trailer, but it doesn't tell you enough about the game from Oink Games. So I'm particularly sorry. I'm going on a little bit of a tangent here, but I'm really looking forward to playing this as well. If you can't see, it's called Rat Jack. So this is just, as I said, just a small snapshot of games that they've sent us. There will be more coming, so we should have Castle Combo, Courtesans coming soon. Far Away, we should get a demo copy of that. We've got demo copies of the Ice Cool games. There's just so many games that we can give Hachette Games pretty much this entire zone, and I want to, because I think they do good games. They do good family. Well, affordable games is more what I think I'm trying to say. So, what's this? This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 16. I'll probably give them 20 tables, so let's ungroup this quickly. Maybe not necessarily in a row, but... right, let's do that. Area. Let's see if I can grab all of the... Oh, damn it. No, let's try that again, shall we? No, 1 second. Oh my word, really messing this up now. So I don't want those. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I just want 4 of them. There we go. Done. And then I should be able to copy and paste this. There we go. So this whole area can be Hachette Games. I might space some of those out actually. Ooh, I don't know. Do I like it like that? Oh, actually, no, come to think of it, I'm an idiot. Let's turn them this way. So, we could have them right down the middle with space either side. Aha! This is maybe for like the dexterity games. That'll be quite good. Yeah, let's get rid of this. And oh, I've really messed this up now. Sorry guys. Oh my word, what have I done? Let's just get rid of that, shall we? Get rid of that. There we go, that's better. Yeah, with meters in between. Hachette have been a breath of fresh air for the UK board game community. Absolutely agree. I think what really helps is they're genuinely interested in games as well. Flav is so passionate, and I think that makes the difference. And then the team that he's got on board, I mean, like Adam, the chap who I've requested from Glasgow, he's our account handler, but quite often he'll phone up and we'll have a 5-minute chat about what games we played, and he plays things like Great Western Trail, Terraforming Mars, like all the he's into these big games, as well as He loves Castle Combo. He loves Far Away. He loves Courtesan. So quite often, I mean, he was the guy that told me I love Shackleton Base, and he was right. You know, so they've got genuine board game fans, which is good. So looking forward to having a look. Jay, do you do any board game stuff? Well, that's a good question actually, Jay. It might be worth you doing some to order stuff. Oh, actually, on that note of 3D printing and Artist Alley, we should have 3D Geeky Meeples coming, who are going to Aircon. So I met them in Tabletop Scotland. They were my neighbours for the whole weekend, and they're such wonderful people. So they're interested. I've sent them the email with all the information. I just need them to get back to me, and then we'll be rocking and rolling with those guys. So, sorry, I'm just looking at this space, thinking, can I get? Oh, I can. I think I can get a third table down here. I don't know actually, because I want to play things like. Do you know what? No, I think I'm going to space them out a bit like I have done with the RPGs. So what I'll do it like that for now, and then it gives them the option 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So 16 tables with up to 6 people, because like we could have some 2-player games there. 16 times 6. Let me just quickly do some math. 16 times 6. We could have, for Hachette games alone, around 100 people at any one time. I think that's actually not unreasonable. Purely because of how good their games are. They have got some big 6-player games, like the Wednesday game that's coming. That's a big social deduction game. We could probably have things like Ice Call, which will need a lot of room. So yeah, I think 96 people for Hachette is quite good. It might kill the team hosting 100 people at any one time, but if anybody wants to volunteer and jump in and do some Hachette as well, they'd be more than welcome to. Please apply. Right, now we've got to talk about our TCGs. We've got to include them. We've got some really cool names that want to join us for Pokemon. So we've got Nathan TCG, who I work with, and we've got We Love Collectibles, who are interested, and then we also have been in contact with Pokedom as well. So for anyone that's local to Kent and into their Pokemon, they should know who they are. 1 second, I think. Is someone coming in the door? Hello? Sorry, sounded like my front door was being opened, but nobody's there. So it's probably the poltergeist again. Oh, here we go. The Regs printed book demo is coming in a week's time. Right. So Dan, what are we doing about your space then, buddy? Am I giving Dan a space like this? Is that what's happening? Is Dicey Dragon going to have something, a space similar to this? Do I book Dan in? If I could change the name, maybe. Here we go. Am I doing it? Because I want to. I'm just waiting for him in the chat to reply. So I'm just going to leave that there and see if he agrees. Oh shoot! What have I done? It's because I'm zoomed in too much. There we go. Cool. Right. Go for it. There we go. So yeah, so you'd have a little bit of space to run, and you can have your book on display there. We can have that conversation anyway. You know, if nearer the time you're like, well, actually it's not ready for sale, then we can still give you this space. So again, we've got more boards games over this side with our Hachette, with our Cosmos / board at home area, and then Mystery Dice Goblin and our RPG guys kind of this side with our RPG zone. So yeah, we kind of got quite a clear divide here, which is really cool. I am in contact with Parable Games, who do Shiver RPG, and I would love them to come, but they're not responding. So if anybody knows anybody from Parable Games, please tell them that Darius is desperately trying to get hold of them. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest of RPG players, I must admit, but Shiver and that whole setting is my jam. It's 90s movies in RPG form, like without the IPs, but you can kind of guess that that's what they're trying to do. So what's JPEG? I can do inserts, player boards, whatever really. The main thing, if I don't have a license, I can't advertise it. Oh, okay. So, oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, where have you been?
Upstairs.
Has your mum finished? Oh.
I just need to talk real quick.
Okay, have they got customers? Okay, cool. Right, I wonder why I heard the door going. I wasn't just hearing things, by the way. Lorcana, yes. Sorry, right. I was just about to talk about Pokemon, but let's put Pokemon over here for the minute. Lorcana. Here we go. So this is what I wanted for Lorcana. Unfortunately, Ravensburger on the boards game front cannot attend. Doesn't mean they're not supporting us, because Ravensburger are going to send us games for the library, which I'm very appreciative of. But unfortunately, they cannot make it physically. Doesn't mean that we can't still have folk running it. So yes, we will have Lorcana. We're going to put you. Do we put them a bit closer? Do I do them down the middle, actually? See, this is what's been... I'm like, do we do tournaments right into the evening? So the reason why there's a bit of a bizarre shape, so I'm looking at demo tables, and then actually, like, if we actually run a little tournament, it'll be in this sort of zone here. I think, because we're going to do the same for Flesh and Blood. This is Flesh and Blood, this is Lorcana. I think... Oh, maybe we back them. Do I do that? No, sorry, not join them, but have them in line but back to back. Maybe. Or do I have them side by side? Ah, it's such a tricky one. Yeah, there will be Lorcana. I see, if I want to extend the open play for any reason, although actually, if I've got, hang on, 288 there, 100 here, all the board games you got here, plus potentially you might join some of the hosts at the front desk. You might join some of the hosts at the bringer by. You might join the... I think we've got enough open play seating, so I think I am going to cap it. Let's cap it here. So let's put Lorcana over this side. We're going to put Flesh and Blood over this side. Or do I swap it? No, do you know what? I'm going to swap it, because Flesh and Blood will definitely suit like the medieval side that I've got going on here. So like the sword combat fighting. Yeah, I think we do something like that. So yeah, we got Flesh and Blood. We've got Lorcana. We're gonna have a few tables for demoing, and then if we want to run a little tournament, which we will do that. Pokemon Zone. So that's what I was talking about with some of our traders that want to get involved in the Pokemon Zone. But I kind of want the traders to be involved in the Pokezone. One of the things I was going to do was shrink it just a bit by... Sorry, let me ungroup this. I want to make it a little smaller by 4 tables. Now, that doesn't mean that it's because it's smaller. It's just Sorry, one sec. There we go. Cool. I want to move these a little bit closer. So... we'll have We Love Collectibles, we'll have Nathan PTCG, and then Pokédon want quite a few. And then in the middle of they could, between them, run some demos, we could run some little tournaments, for example. We need to move these closer as well. So let me copy and paste one of these. So we need it by 100 meters. And we definitely don't need it as long as that. Which, oh my word. Oh, 100 meters. So I'm just going to bring this whole area a little bit closer, because I think I did have a 2 meter gap down the middle. For whatever reason, I did that, and I've made 5,000 centimeters way too long. Sorry, I am keeping an eye on the chat as well, guys. So. What we got? Look forward to seeing them. Yeah, loads of what we got. So yeah, there is loads free. I just need to be careful if it has a merchant license attached. I found 2 I own. I will be bringing them. Nice. I think Jay, you were talking about things like dice towers and the like, weren't you? You were sort of going to start planning some of that. Right, let me move these over. Sorry, it's really convoluted to then group stuff together. We gotta go then, done, and then I can move the whole thing. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, be good. So with these traders, if I can get them all together, area done. Oh, I needed no. Hang on. Whoops. Let me ungroup them a minute. Do you know what? 1 second. Let me delete all this. Let me get rid of all this a minute because I've got something I can use for this. So, right. Same as you. Oh, what was I thinking? Sorry, I had something in mind, and I'm like, how am I gonna shape this? But anyway, yeah. So the guys who are doing Pokemon, I've already spoken to Nathan. I'm going to speak to the other two. That not because quite often you go to card shows and there's no focus on play. It's all about the collectability side, which I get because that's what makes money. I get it. But we want to do play as well. You know, that's really the main focus on the whole show. So yeah, I will say to these guys like, yeah, okay. You can have your Pokemon Zone, but we really want to maybe run some tournaments and run some bits for prizing and such like that. So, right, there we go. That's what I wanted to do, and then I want to mirror it the other side. Oh, if I can stop being foolish. My hand is starting to hurt actually. To be fair, all these finicky little So then, what am I doing? Yeah, these guys. Let's turn that round. So we'll have traders either side doing all their Pokemon as Pokemon does best. Something for the kids to get involved in, something for the big kids to get involved in. I'm actually happy with that. I'm going to keep that as that is now. So if I shift that area and if I done. I'm not sure how many tables Pokédom is going to go for, but we're certainly going to do something like that sort of layout. Cool, right? Damn, it's TCG shops. It really is like that. That's what it feels like I'm playing at the minute. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, a bit of Lorcana, bit of Flesh and Blood. We'll have our Pokemon Zone in the middle with traders that will. They don't just do Pokemon, to be fair. They do other singles. Now, we were talking about doing some One Piece as well. And perhaps we do some One Piece amongst the Pokemon Zone too. Just to see what popularity there is. Because I don't know if we're going to have all of this space for Pokemon or if we can actually just fit some One Piece in there as well. But if we do One Piece as well, we'll do some tournaments for that as well. Also, so right, I need to get some walkways in here really before I do anything else, because it's all about measurements. It's all about making sure that I've got those walkways, I've got that accessibility. 2 meters between here. Let's get you up there. Oh, in fact, that's a little bit wider than 2 meters actually, isn't it? So, let's see what it is. Sorry, hang on. Let me undo that. Let me see what it is the other side. So I may not have this central, to be fair. Okay. No, there's a little bit of leeway the other side, so that's fine. Considering these are going to be 2 main walkways to get to the open play, that's probably not a bad thing. Cool. Right. What about Disney? That's what we said. Oh, sorry, Dan. That's Lorcana. So that's what Lorcana's there. I've got quite a few dice towers already, just need to print them. There is one I'm getting is a dice tower plus, can be used for D&D games. It's massive and I will be painting it. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah. Oh, so are you going to show people that you can do the painting side as well? Is that the plan? Any playtest zone? Now, I mean, I don't know on the playtest zone. The reason being is every time I've seen it at conventions, apart from UK Games Expo, on small scale conventions, they don't seem to be that popular. If I'm completely honest with you, like, I know that you've met quite a few people. I've met quite a few people through open play zones, but yeah, I just find that they're always quite empty, even at HandyCon, or at least when I used to go to HandyCon. I mean, yeah, like there's that's not a no, but if people wanted to play test their game, I might say go and play in the open play. You know, get your game out and go and play in the open play. Yeah, that's all I can. Yeah, that's all I can really suggest. It's a hard one. It really is a hard one because I've just seen little to no interest in playtests. People kind of want. I mean, in fact, so that's also why I've got people like this. So Bad Trevor isn't released yet. Isla is only just completed its Kickstarter. These folk that are along here are going to be sort of that era of Aircon has a huge one, but again, Aircon is I mean, I've not been to Aircon yet, so but again, that's got enough footfall for playtesting. But actually, I think, do you know what? I'm going to say, yeah, there will be playtesting, but you have to go to these guys individually, because these are games creators that have got stuff coming out, not just the stuff they've produced, but more stuff that's coming out. Yeah. Oh, hello. What's going on here? Where's this one come from? This has come from... Oh, I must have copied and pasted it. But as I said, yeah, if I've got any other sort of budding designers... in fact, I have got other games designers that I'm waiting to get back to me, to be fair. If they got back to me, that would be great. Oh, hello. Oh, my word, everything's breaking. I'm going to stop doing that. If they got back to me, I'll give them space. Yeah, they've just got to get in before I fill this entire zone, really. Rowbrew Games. We need to put Rowbrew Games in here as well. So Rowbrew Games are actually going to have another butt chest tournament. Of course, they have to. Let's put them up because they're going to be selling. Let me quickly pop them on here. And they, I mean, we are going to do some tournaments for them, so maybe I need to give them quite a bit of space. Save it. Oh, yeah, thank you. Save it. Yeah, project saved. Rowbrew Games, I'm not sure how many tables they're going for just yet, so maybe they can have this whole space. Again, actually, they'll be doing playtesting as well. Again, they've got games that aren't out, so if you really want to do some playtesting, come and support these guys. You know, these are your indie games people. So yeah, Sling Rowbrew out. They aren't that important. That is harsh. That's well rude. Dan, you're not invited now. Right, where are we at? So actually, that's a lot of what I want to get in. I will have to tally these up. How many tables and chairs I've used? Because we've got 260 chairs coming. Sorry, 260 tables come in and 1,000 chairs. So I've just got to make sure that I haven't oversubscribed with tables and chairs. I think I'm okay. I don't think I'm definitely at 100 tables at this point, but I don't think I'm at 200 just yet. There is something else I need to add, and it will be. Where do I put them though? I think I said I'm going to put them by the RPGs. So this will be. I don't know what to name this. To be fair, I think I'm going to call it the. Do I call it the Arkham Zone? So it's going to be Arkham Horror, the board game, Arkham Horror the card game, Eldritch Horror, Unfathomable. Am I calling it the Lovecraft Zone? I think I will. I think I'm going to. If anyone's got any better names for it, then do let me know. So yeah, a lot of our Arkham fans, specifically Steve Wright, has offered to run a ton of Arkham style games. So, geez, that's a lot of chairs. 1,000 chairs, yeah, it's a lot. Do you know what? Actually, let me start that again. Let's give the Arkham zone, or the Lovecraft zone, as I'm calling it. I'm going to give them a similar space to this. What colour should we make them? Is it going to be like a dark? What colour would you associate with? Oh, I'm an idiot. Cthulhu, of course. Got to be green, right? A horrible tentacle green. Table, that can also be that colour. Right, there we go. That looks nice and nasty. Lovecraft Creative. Is that a good name for it? Is that what you would call it? Oh, let me quickly, because the big zones have got to have big writing. I realised I haven't actually been writing in any of this. This is not the Bring and Buy. Ignore me. This is the Did you say the Lovecraft Creative? Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. Oh, creative. And I wanted to copy. Oh, bloody hell! I want to copy that again. To put. I'm going to just put RPG zone, because there's so many different RPGs that people want to run that I can't just put it as one. And let's have let's put you there, and this is going to be Pathfinder Society. Sorry, I'm actually going to name stuff because I'm forgetting to do that. I'm telling you guys what they are, but you're not. Yeah. Let's put you over here. Hachette Games. Cool. Right. So Hachette Games. By the way, when I publish the map, it will not look like this. It will not have all the dotted lines, and it will a lot of this removed, and instead of text, it'll be logos instead. But this is for physical measurement, so this is to scale. Like this whole hall is 70 meters by 37 meters for the main bit, and then this little foyer bit is 19 by 12, which is quite a lot. So right, just over an hour on stream, we've almost populated our whole hall. That's insane. Oh wow. Okay. Let me put Flesh and Blood over here, because the Flesh and Blood guys are really great. I know they're a cards game, but they're not like your typical cards gamers. They're really nice guys. So they'll get on really well. Same with the Lorcana group. They're good guys as well. Most of them. Lorcana. And as I said, with the Hachette boards games, they're sending us. With the Ravensburger boards games, they're sending us demos instead. So then this will be. Oh, should I call this TCG Village? I think I'm going to call it TCG Village. That sounds quite good. Because that will be Pokemon, One Piece, whatever else people want to play. Really, can all fit in that zone. Let's put 2 meter. Oh, do I want 2 meters behind there? Oh no, hang on. I want to line it up with that, really, don't I? Cool. In fact, if I line that up to there. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself for a minute. Line that up to there, and line you up to there. That backs onto our Sandwich Medieval Centre. Right, cool. Can you sell special edition lines included maps? Oh yeah, so I could just be like, oh, for £2 extra, you could get the original blueprint from CGC. Right, to give us an idea of size, how many of the school halls can fit into that space? Right, okay. In fact, just give me a minute, because I can answer that. Hang on. I can answer that in the form of... let's just do roughly... So the store has 20 tables. You know, we that's, you know, the white tables that I put out for when we've done the TCG. Sorry, when we've done the tabletop con. Sorry, I'm answering this in a really weird way, but this will make sense. Right, so if we group you together, so that is, if I could do my math, that's 20 tables, and let's just say, for argument's sake, that's the corner where we normally do Blood on the Clock Tower or something like that. You know, normally I'd spread it out a little bit more, but I think if I remember rightly, we had... Actually, what? No, what am I doing? Let's just do it as if it... How I would not... So, if I remember the last tabletop con, we had Hachette... hang on. Because we had a Hachette bit, didn't we? Hang on. And area... Let me grab all of these. Done. Right, you can be a group. So we had Hachette, and then we had 3 lots of open play. So that was that. I think we had 1 table. I'm going to copy and paste one of my individual tables. I think we had 1 round table, didn't we? That was sort of just here. There was a couple of tables. I believe I had 4 tables over here. Roughly. You know, sort of this sort of size. And then I had a couple of tables over this bit. Oh, sorry. Hang on, Jade. Hang on. Don't do it yet. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to mute for 1 minute whilst Jade sets the alarm. 1 minute. Okay. That was that. Right, are we back on? Okay, let's... Hello, can it... Oh, actually, I don't think that muted the whole time. Oh, Mick even put you're not muted. Oh, sorry guys, I muted the wrong thing. So you just listened to a minute of that horrible noise. Legally, we have to set that living here because it's for the restaurant. Sorry about that. Right, so... Jade, you interrupted my flow. Yeah. So, right, the last tabletop con was, I had four for Hachette, then I had 3 rows behind at the same size. I had 1 round table, the library was sort of here, and then we had 2 lots of 2 tables over this side, and then over this side we had, I had the Enchanted Needle. I had the Arctic game. We had some Blood on the Clock Tower here. And we had a couple of RPG zones. So roughly, it was about this sort of space, right? Would Sorry. Wow, Jade's coming in being really noisy. So I think that was sort of about the sort of. Bearing in mind these are measured to 6 foot, so they're definitely 6 foot tables, 4 in a row. Then there was a bit of a gap. Then there was 12 foot there.
And you're a 12-foot table.
I'm on stream, by the way. Right, let's group this all together. I think this is about average. It was a little bit bigger than this, but... So this was Tabletop Con. 20 tables with 6 at each. We could sit about 120 people. So the Tabletop Con that we had at the school would fit roughly... roughly in the open play zone. Like, in comparison, would you say that's a good comparison to the rest of it? Maybe. I could be wrong. No, I think that's about right. Blood and the Clock Tower is about that sort of space. Here we had 2 traders. Then that. There was some RPG tables here. Oh, we had the 2 rooms as well. So with the 2 side rooms, we're here and here, and then the kitchen where my cursor is. Probably about the size of, yeah, sort of I would say the open play. You know, yeah. Sorry, just waiting for beeping to stop behind me. I'm going to leave that there actually as a reference because I'm going to go back to pictures and see if that was about right. Sorry, I don't know why that's stuck over there. So, wow, there's so much space still in the middle. Now I need. In fact, I do need Blood on the Clock Tower. We do. Believe it or not, people do like it. Now I think. Now I don't know how to put chairs in a circle on this, so bear with me. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try over here maybe. Let's ungroup this. Let's delete this. We're gonna have to make 20 chairs. All nice and spaced apart. So, what's that? About 4 on each end. I don't know how much space that's really going to take, to be honest. Maybe 5 at the back. Because I've got to think about two pods. I mean, it's going to be 2 circles basically. Maybe I do. No, hang on. No, let's do 4, and then we'll turn this one. Sorry, bear with us, guys. Bear with. It's obviously very important that we get our Blood and the Clock Tower guys in. Of course, it's very popular convention game. So let's see how much space this uses up with a nice little space in between. What's oh. So Mick, but only slightly bigger then. Yeah, only slightly bigger. Yeah, I mean when we were talking about bringing back CGC, you know, we looked at, there was a sports hall which wouldn't have been too dissimilar from the school. We looked at some lecture halls with it was a space with lots of different classrooms, but then this space just yeah. It was a cut above the rest of it. So I think if I can, what I'll do, I'll quickly just open up university. Let's can you guys see this, by the way? Hopefully you can see this. Oh look, people shaking hands. This is probably one of the best photos. This is what the inside of the hall looks like. Now, don't worry, the tennis bit will not be down. All of this rolls away. All of this will obviously be put away. And actually, oh, I can see where the doors are. 1, 2. Hang on, how many courts is that? 4. Oh, so the doors are actually quite far down this way. There are little doors on that side though. But anyway, so yeah, this is the venue that we're looking at. You know, it's absolutely huge. Oh, is that the back? That must be the back of it, because that's not what the front looks like. Is there an outside? I'm just seeing if there's a pit. Here we go. There we go. So that's obviously from the outside. In fact, that's the 4 doors in. So if we compare that to what you're seeing there is 1, 2, 3, 4 doors. That's what you're seeing there. If I click on this, will it take me to their website? Oh, okay. Actually, that's a nice photo. Yeah. So obviously, there you go. That's the foyer area. So that's actually really handy because that tells me where the door is as well. Oh, that door that I was like, oh, there is a door somewhere. So that's actually, this whole blue carpeted area is where front desk is, Mind Clash Games, Paverson Games, where Jay is going to be. That's sort of that's the toilets there. That's the kitchen that side, because obviously you're looking at it from the other way. And then that's obviously a side on. So from side to side is an entire tennis court, which is they're full size courts as well. They're not just half courts. And then obviously parking is going to be. I think this is for disabled parking, but parking is going to be up the way a little bit. But a little bit of a walk won't hurt. It'll be the summer. So that's the space we're looking at, guys. So cannot wait. Oh, here we go. This is a picture with actual chairs in there. I think this was a seminar that did 2,000 people, I think. And I will go. Don't forget QR codes and booking for vehicle drop off, set up space, and miserable security guards. I don't think we need miserable security guards. Anyway, there we go. That's what we're to put into a 2D perspective. I guess the open play is probably a tennis court in itself. Right, I'm getting a little. Oh, what was I doing? I was doing this. Right, yeah. Let's carry on. Going off on tangents. It's nice to sort of answer people's questions though. Right, let's put that in there. And so a rough space for Blood on the Clock Tower for about 20 people. It's about that, and then one table down the middle for our storyteller. If I could. Where's the? Oh, I haven't got just a table on its own. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, well, let's copy one of these. Because these are all measured, you see, so it makes sense. So, 6-foot table down the middle for the storyteller to use. They might not even need as big as that, to be fair. Because thinking about it, that's quite a bit of space. Because realistically, do they want to do 20? Hang on, that's. Oh, I can't even do maths. That's not even 20, is it? Oh, Jade, I need to go back to school. Yeah, thanks. So I do actually need to squidge these back. I do need to make this a 5th one along the back. I went to do it and then for some reason stopped. Let's try again, shall we? So 5 at the back. 5 along this way as well. What is it doing that? Oh, blimey, I've no idea. It probably is Jess. Yeah. There we go. So this will be our little space for one Blood on the Clock Tower. We're gonna have 2 pods running, so it won't just be this pod. It will be another pod as well. Sorry, this is probably really painful to watch, but I'm nearly done. There we go. So table down the middle. Is that in the middle? Roughly, I don't know. It's a little off actually. I don't know what's gone on here. Maybe this needs to come in a little bit. I've no idea what I've done here, but whoops. Let's move these in just because it's making me. My OCD is playing up here. Right, let's see roughly how big that is. Because oh yeah, there we go. 4 meters by 4 meters. There you go. So if I want to fit 20 people in a circle, that is actually the exact same guess that I had for Blood on the Clock for when you asked about the tabletop convention. Right, so 4 meters by 4 meters, perfect. Just to make that nice and equal. Right, I'll need to group all this together now. And Jade's probably. Oh, Jade, just to let you know, I was going to work on the map, and I thought actually I'm going to live stream it. And I've had Mick, Dan, Jay's joined in. I've actually had 20 views for this one. I'm not sure who else has seen it, but hopefully some other people are watching. Right, so yeah, I want 2 pods of this, of Blood on the Clock Tower. One is going to be time sessions that people can jump in on, and the other one is going to be for anybody that just kind of wants to just run one off the fly, because we've got a couple of storytellers that are they're willing to do more sessions, but I'm not asking them to do more sessions. If that, to put that nicely, is basically they want to do more than I'm going to ask them to do. Just because I want to make sure they enjoy the convention as well. I also want to make sure that they get to play, because obviously if it's one of their storytellers, it's generally one of their favourite games. So just to make it sort of fair, yeah, I'm not asking them to do extra sessions, but some of them are talking about helping each other and running a second session if needs be. So we'll have 2 pods at any one time, with 2 meters in between. Does that mean I could fit? Can I fit a 3rd pod in there, maybe? Sorry, I'm just wondering actually, do I? Because we could have werewolves as well. I could rope some people. Oh, do you know what? It might not fire, but I wonder if I can rope some people in to maybe do some werewolves or other social deduction games. So we've got things like I could. In fact, I might even demo 2 Rooms and a Boom. So let's have this as our social deduction area. So we'll have, yeah, Blood on the Clock Tower, maybe some werewolves, or you know, something else that's kind of big and social, and then a 3rd bit, just so that we've got a whole zone sorted there. Cool. Right, I'm happy with that. So let me move this down. Cool. Right. Yes, happy with that. As a board gamer, the best place for Blood on the Clock Tower is the car park. Oh, right. Well, do you know what? I've not actually played Blood on the Clock Tower, so can't really judge it in that respect. But I don't know if I will like it. Because I know Jade's not a fan, but I actually like werewolves, so I'm not sure. But it's the length of time. So the reason why I still haven't played it is I would hate to sort of start a game, and if I didn't like it, I've got to sit there for 2 to 3 hours playing it. So yeah, but it is popular. People do travel to play. It will get folk in, and there is a crossover. There is a crossover of board gamers. So right, that's that. Finish my drink now. So right, what? Oh my words! What else could we add? What else could we add? There's so much to add. Oh yeah, that's a point. Actually, Steve said 8 tables, not 12. So if I get rid of some of these. I mean, there's still folk I'm talking to about running other games and other systems and such. But as you can see, it is getting quite tight for space. Sure, it's fun, but it's so it depends on the group. I don't think it can. You could travel into Blood on the Clock Tower to try it. Oh, you can travel in, can you? Oh, okay. Interesting. What about Alice is Missing? I'm actually not going to run Alice is Missing because every time I've tried doing it at a convention, people don't have signal, so it's a little bit of an issue. My kids love it. Yeah, I think genuinely it's a good game. I think it's very clever. It's quite different to anything else. Yay games are still yet to get back to me. They are coming, but they haven't told me what space they want yet. So I will put their name. Hang on, if I copy this, because they want quite an awkward space. So I'm gonna have to wait for 100% what they want. And then I can fit them in. Yeah, Yay Games is a good one. What about the little relaxate? Well, all under one roof, buddy. Probably not possible. Or at the front, or there's a little cafe sort of area here. There's going to be plenty of space. I mean, it's going to be the summer, so there is going to be outside. So just outside here, there's plenty of sort of grass areas where people can. We'll have the foyer, which will be less. This will be less sort of crowded than anywhere else. I have made it quite spacious in between all of the games and all of the everything that's going on, but a zone specifically for it. Scott's coming, but not as Minerva. So where they're a father now, they've got a young child, so they don't know where they're going to be at energy wise for actually sort of doing business. But they are going to come along with their brother and enjoy the show. So yeah, Scott will be there, but not as Minerva. What's up, Jesse? Just putting around. What's up? What? Also, I mean, a lot of the RPG zone isn't going to be used at all times, so there could be some sit and chill areas there. I would suggest maybe if someone wants a quieter area, they can come and sit at the front and play with people at the front. Jess, no. Hachette will have quite a lot of room. So, what is nearby, i.e., food and drink, etc. So, this zone here is actually their own catering. So, we can't bring food on site. So, unfortunately, I cannot get external food people. However, there are restaurants on site. I believe there are 3. In fact, whilst we're at it, let's get up Google Maps, shall we? There is a local co-op. There is, they're gonna do their own food and drink and their own bar actually on site on the venue. So there will be immediate stuff, but if you want something a little bit more than that, then you're gonna have to venture out a little bit. So just to let you know, so let's highlight where it actually is. So we're hang on, I just want to drop a little pin. How do I do that? Can I pin this? Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay, well anyway, look, it's there. Kent University Tennis is the building. This is the building we're going to be at. The accommodation is in this area here. So quite a large area. There's Woody's, which is like a little bar food area. Closes quite late as well. So yeah, we've got Woody's just there. Just up here there's a cafe. There is over. Oh, we've got Rutherford Dining Hall, the library. Oh, I don't know if the library cafe is going to be open. Oh, there's a Cafe Nero. There's a co-op. A lot of this is open even through. This is what I was looking for. So right, so we're just over by the way here. It looks a long way, but it's not. It's just a short walk over to King's College. So over here, got the Dolce Vita, which is a restaurant. The K-Bar, which does food and such as well. I think some of the accommodation even goes back to this area as well, and I think this might be where you go and have breakfast. We're actually visiting this on Friday to kind of get that clarification of where food and such is. That's our next meeting. But there you go. Yeah, so like Sam said, there's lots of bars. There's lots of, but due to the university. The admin fees and costs are too much if we want to get external food. It's not worth it. Oh, there we go. Actually, that's just. Oh no, that is closed now. Yeah, sorry, I was about to say. Oh, there's a bar there. But yeah, they will have the kitchen inside open as well. So there will be immediate stuff. If you want something more substantial, you might have to venture out a little bit. If you're driving. Then there is the town just south as well. An absolute host of places to eat and drink in the city. It is a short bus ride down. I think 7 minutes on the bus. But if you don't want to leave, yeah, like Sam said, there's quite a bit on campus. The campus is quite big, so K-Bar does quadzillas, pizzas, nachos. Yeah, I think K-Bar are going to do very well out of us that weekend, especially as that's where our this is where the quiz is going to be as well. Just to let you know, so the King's College is attached to the K-Bar, and we've got this space to do that. So, and lots of places in Canterbury. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Sam is right. Yeah, there's lots of places in Canterbury that will deliver. For what it's worth, we haven't got a food area in here. We are focusing on play and games. If you need to, obviously, if you want to snack and stuff and eat and drink at the tables, that's fine. But if you want something substantial to eat, I would really advise going off site and finding one of those bars or restaurants, because if we start putting in tables specifically for food and drink, we're losing space for play, and that's not what we want to do, really. We want as many play tables as possible. I anticipate this event's going to be really, really popular. You know, something that obviously don't need accommodation, but has cost in a been announced. So it is, well, yes, it has been announced, but in an indirect way. So if you want a single room, it's £50 for the night. That's including breakfast. And if you get a double room, it's £75 for the night, and that includes breakfast for the two of you. So breakfast and a room, you know, it's quite a good price. Most breakfasts are like a tenner. So yeah, if you're on your own, then 50 quid for the night. But if you could pair up with someone, unfortunately, I think the double rooms are double beds, so you'd have to probably bring a loved one or someone you're comfortable sharing a bed with. But yeah, so immediate on-site accommodation, which I believe is this area here. Again, we're going up on Friday because I'll be honest, apart from when I went to view the tennis centre, I've never been on campus ever. I've never had a reason to go up here. So yeah, I now know where the K-Bar is in King's College, which is where the quiz is going to be, which is quite close to the venue itself. So if you are staying in here, it's not actually that far to come to the quiz night as well. There's actually lots of little some really nice walkways actually, because we did visit we visited the sports centre, which is just here, and in fact we walked from there to the sports centre, and it wasn't that bad. So actually walking into potentially the co-op and in fact there's two co-ops. Sorry, I'm just trying to find where the other one is, because there is. I'm gonna just Google it, because there's a student one which is only open term time, and then there's another one. Oh, sorry, the other co-op is actually closer to us. There we go. So there's that's the tennis centre across the road, and there's the co-op. Win. So that's really, yeah. The campus is easily walkable. Yeah, I went to an event at the sports centre for Pokemania. I think we ended up coming in this way, and then we went for a wander round. We got a bit lost, but we walked all the way down Giles Lane, down Parkwood, and then all down here to actually go and look at the centre. But yeah, it's not that far. There's also plenty of parking as well, so there's a massive car park here. Obviously, if you want to drop stuff off, heavy stuff, drop it off, but then just up the road is a big car park just there. There's a big car park down here. Some more parking at King's College as well. There will be, if you've got accommodation, I believe you can park in here as well. So yeah, there's lots of places to park and lots of places to eat, and it's kind of its own town, really. Yeah, it's quite amazing, really, what is there. And then yeah, you can go into the town. You can always visit Dice and Destiny, which is just here. You know, can always come and see us if you've had enough of us at the show. Parking is typically free at weekends, and there is yes, there is parking free at the weekends. However, because they've got an event on somewhere around here, somewhere around the pavilion area, there is something organised. So this car park directly outside, unless it's for disabled parking, is not for us, which is a bit of a pain. But as I said, yeah, the main car park is a stone's throw away. Honestly, it's going to be the summer, so the accommodation, it is advertised. If you go onto the Ticket Source website, it is on there. But I will do a separate post for those who are coming a little bit further. But yeah, there's the link to book, and then the discount, the discount code. So when you get to the basket, you put in CGC, and then you get discount on your rooms. So yeah, as I said, it is advertised, but indirectly. But you're right. Yeah, it's going to need a proper post. I should probably. I mean, it's not going to run out. Accommodation is not going to run out because they've got so much space. Yeah. So yeah, we're almost. I'm going to save this because pretty much there, like you say, yeah, games, but I've got to fit them in. This little bit of space just gives me a bit of breathing room for anybody else that sort of comes in and wants some space. Yeah, we're really getting there. I'm really looking forward to it. Cannot wait. So I think for now I am done. I think I've done quite a lot, to be fair. But we'll have a little scan over, shall we? Just kind of what we got so far. This may be subject to change, but I think the majority of the big stuff is definitely where it's going to be. How many attendees are we planning for? We can host 3,000 at any one time. So for as in walking around and for seating, I don't know if you, Sam, you obviously wasn't at the beginning of the video, but just to give you an idea of how many seats we can have, this green zone here that says open play, split into the two zones, that is 288 seats alone. And then if I zoom out and you can see the whole hall, if that's 288 seats, that's 72, no, sorry, that's 92, that's 92, that's probably about 90 something. This is 90 something seats. Then we've got the medieval centre, which will have probably about 50 to 60 seats. With the RPGs, you know, there's at least 100 seats there, if not more, plus all the demo spaces that are going to have seats. The people working on the front desk, they're going to have a play table each. If you're working on the bring and buy, or if you're working on the games library, they're going to have a demo table each as well. So there is going to, and seating at the retro, there's going to be so many seats. Like, so yeah, there's going to be so much to do that, yeah, it's going to be. Oh, actually, again, sorry. So Sam has just put a little bit bigger than the summer. So Mick had a question earlier about the size of the school hall. So very quickly mapped out the layout that we had at the school hall before. So this was our Beyond the Clock Tower. We had Enchanted Needle as you come in. That was the Arctic Quest game. We had some RPGs along here. Then we had our open play. We had one table and then a couple more tables there. So that is roughly the size of the school. And then if I just kind of fit that into, that's not even the open play. You know, compared to that's roughly the size of the school there, and then put that in comparison to, well, it's grown. Like, it's gonna be so much bigger. But that's because we wanna do this big. We want to do this proper. You know, you've got UK Games Expo in Birmingham. You've got Aircon in Leeds. You've got, well, and in Manchester as well. You've got Tabletop Scotland in Edinburgh. You've got GridCon in Devon. You've got Dragon Meet London, but London's its own problem. There's nothing in Kent. You've got card shows, but that's different. The Kent card show, as good as it is, that's a completely different vibe. That's for collectors. That's not for this. This is the biggest thing that you're going to get for gaming, and that's our vision. And this isn't it as well. So I will actually go back onto Google Maps because we've spoken about we talked about this year, but sorry, let me actually go to Canterbury, not where I live in Birchton. Obviously this year we probably are just going to keep to the tennis centre. If we sold 1,000 tickets in advance, we have spoke about the pavilion, which is another space that does about 100 to 200 people. So we have talked about this and that. Next year, there's no reason why we couldn't potentially have. No, hang on, not that zone. The sports centre. The sports centre's available. We also looked at King's College, wherever that is. Gone. Where's that gone? Here. So there's loads of spaces amongst here. the college blocks, even back here as well. Oh, that's Mungo's, but there's lots of other Gulbenkian, I think, has got some space as well. That there could be the vision in years to come that that we go, all right, that went really well. Let's hire more. Yeah. So there's potential here. There's so much potential. Yeah, it's a little bit out of the way of Canterbury, but it's not a million miles away. It's got its own catering on site. Okay, it's probably not going to be the cheapest to catering, but where is nowadays? Yeah, we could turn this into an expo style weekend. But this year, obviously, we've got the one hall. We may do this one, but that really depends. Like, if we sold 500 tickets tomorrow, we might really consider it. Yeah, so a little bigger than last time. Oh, also cool news about the Pal Cotton. Yeah, I'm very hyped about that. Yeah, I was at the Pal Cotton just earlier. New manager, but just as lovely as the old manager. So yeah, we'll be back. We're doing lots of things. We've got lots of things planned. Right, I think I'm gonna go because like it is. I've been on for an hour and 45 minutes now. That's an insane amount of time I've been on. But yeah, I think in that time we got quite a lot done. So I'll leave some gaps here for anybody else that wants to exhibit, or if you've got any game ideas. So for example, Lovecraft Creative. This zone was Steve Wright got in contact and said, I reckon we should do loads of Arkham games and Cthulhu style games. Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. Pathfinder Society, they wanted a whole zone. So if there's something that you're like, you're not representing whatever game it may be. Let's see if we can make it a zone. We've got some space. We've still got some room. And I'll have to have a count of tables, but we might even have some tables left as well. Oh no! Oh, Sam, have you been watching? This here. Look, 1, 2, 3, all for you. In fact, I should probably name it, shouldn't I? I'll say all for you. Sorry, that's all for. Thanks, Dazz. Great job, everyone. Oh, thank you, buddy. Yeah, cheers for jumping on. We're definitely going to have one lot of Blunder the Clock Tower running. We'll have a second one for drop-in, drop-outs. Third one, if it's really popular, or we could run Werewolves, or we could run 2 Rooms of the Boom. Yeah, we've got a social area. Just me playing 3 games on my own. Why not? Yeah, go for it. Maybe you should travel into each. Is that possible? Is that possible? Where you could travel into each game? You could have someone that just goes game to game to game. Interesting. That's something that you as an expert would know more than I would. But yeah, there we go. Right, so yeah, okay, I'm going to call it there. But thank you everybody that tuned in. Just a little quick overview before I go of all the reminders of what's going to be potentially there. We haven't filled everyone in yet. Tower, lots of bits, lots of things to do, loads to do. There we go. Right, cool. So I'm going to save this. Sam said definitely possible. So yeah, let's get 3 games going on one go and send loads of villagers. Right, thank you guys for watching. That's been really fun. I felt like some of you guys had some really good ideas that helped shape this. So thank you very much. And yeah, I will catch you all very, very soon.